And now this. Supporters of Luigi Mangione gathered outside a Manhattan courthouse today as a judge held a pre-trial hearing in his state murder case. The Penn grad is accused of gunning down the CEO of UnitedHealthcare last December. Mangione was arrested several days later in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and now his defense team is trying to get some of the evidence against him thrown out. Alice Gaynor of CBS News New York was in the courtroom today for the first of several days of pretrial hearings. She joins us from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Alice, good evening.
Good evening. For the first time, we're seeing security video from inside that McDonald's restaurant in Pennsylvania where Luigi Mangione was arrested. There was no audio, but we did hear audio of a 911 call placed by the manager of that restaurant. Defense attorneys argue that evidence should be thrown out, evidence that was found in his backpack, like a gun, a note to the FBI, and notebook entries, because they claim it was a warrantless search. They also say statements he made to law enforcement, well, those shouldn't be allowed either, they claim, because they say he wasn't read his Miranda rights. A smiling Luigi Mangione chatted with his attorneys before the hearing began and took notes during it, his hands unshackled at the defense table like his attorneys requested. A 911 call from a manager at the McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania was played. Quote, "I have a customer here that some other customers were suspicious of," explaining those customers were really upset and thought he looked like the man police were searching for in connection to the murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, who was fatally gunned down in Midtown last December. Up until now, we've only seen still images of Mangione's arrest at that restaurant last December. The security video was played in the courtroom. In it, you see Mangione sit down around 9:01 a.m. at a side dining room near the restroom. At 9:28, two officers approach him. He stands with his hands in the air. Employees and customers can be seen coming and going. One worker gets a mop from a closet while this is going on. At one point, Mangione is seated again and seems to be eating while speaking with officers. Around 9:40, more officers show up. Mangione is eventually seen standing and being searched. A corrections officer at a Pennsylvania state prison in charge of monitoring Mangione in custody says he was under constant watch because he was told they did, quote, not want an Epstein-style situation. He testified that Mangione spoke to him about his travels, literature, health care, and asked how he was being perceived. The officer said there was a time Mangione said he wanted to make a statement to the public. Outside the courthouse, some camped out to try and get a spot in the courtroom. Mangione supporters showed up wearing his name and photo and carried signs. And there were 3 rows of members of the public in the back of the courtroom. These suppression hearings are expected to last at least several days. Outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
Alice, thank you so much. And our coverage continues right here and around the clock on our streaming channel. Just search CBS Philadelphia on your favorite streaming services.